Once again, the monitor turns white and moves to the next screen. Text appears against twinkling starry backdrop fortune telling menu. There are multiple options presented on the screen. First option among them, your relationship, huh? Oh boy, I bet I could have some fun here. Married? Lovers or friends? Friends. Alright, well, guess we're friends. Move feather cursor and click the word friends. Ba-blump. Is this one right? Yes. Menu text fades away, leaving only the stars in the night sky on the screen. Shortly thereafter, the text appears again on the night sky on the screen. Please place your hand on the crystal ball, huh? It's right in the crystal ball to use to move the cursor just now, right? Lay my hand on the crystal ball. What's wrong? Well, if you don't put your hand on here, it's not going to continue. Yes. Prompting Fujiyashi timidly lays her hand on top of mine. I feel a gentle soft sensation on the back of my hand. Your hand's pretty warm. Don't let go now. We can't continue if you do. Well, I'm sorry. Once again, her hand gently lays on top of mine. Perhaps because she's aware that her hands are overlapping, her palm feels just a little stiffer. Pressing confirm. Yes, please. Check one of those. Once again, the Fujiyashi hand is laid on top of mine. Feeling forward to warmth, press the confirm button. The planets emerge on the screen, and around the sun they revolve once again. Background music switches to a mysterious sounding track. As the curtain tucks us away from the outside world, the atmosphere actually feels rather legitimate. Fortune tellers in their shop probably give off this same atmosphere too. Fujiyashi looks at me. Her eyes look as if she's struck with wonder. No, rather, she's struck with wonder. As proof, the stiffness that I felt in her hands has completely disappeared. Suddenly a change occurs in the world inside the monitor. Planets which had been revolving around the sun now start to separate the opposite end of the screen. Then they blink several times and start to fade away. At almost exactly the same time, the crystal ball which we laid our hands on starts to glow faintly. Before long, all the planets have completely disappeared, and the sun draws near us. The sun accelerates toward us, expanding to cover the monitor and turns the screen white. Oh. What? The screen fades into the scene of a shooting star streaming across the night sky. Then the names which we entered earlier appear on the screen. Furthermore, words. Looks like the results are out. I look to my side and find Fujiyashi staring intently at the monitor. You can perhaps even say she's pouring herself into it. It might actually make me kind of jealous to know that she had something like that. It doesn't matter if it's a game or fortune telling, something that doesn't necessarily appeal to everyone. I don't have anything like that. Okazaki-kun? Eh? Well, what's the matter? What do you mean? Well, you're kind of grumpy. Oh, I'm sorry. I think the results probably won't be anything too bad. Glances back on the monitor. As if lured by her, I also do the same. This week, the two of you will have some good conversations, and you'll finally understand each other's feelings. The two of you are like-minded, so if you can find common interests and go together to different places, you'll surely have meaningful, enjoyable time together. However, you must not get ahead of yourself. If you attempt to take control, it may only serve to distance the two of you. Rather than being too serious, spend your time together as friends. The lucky items, stuffed toy, picnic sheets. The color is white. Well, it's true that the results are not bad. As I murmur, the text on the screen fades away, leaving behind only the starry night sky. I violently comment around where my knee is. There's something, perhaps a receipt being printed out. Something's coming out. Oh, it's the results. Our fortune just now printed. I see. Oh boy. This is... Finally, the results are completely printed out. I look at Fujiyashi's hand, reach out for it. Here. I don't really want it. In that case, may I keep it? I don't really mind, but what are you doing with it? Well... I'll file it. I'm gonna file it. I know there are people who collect printed stickers and file them, but to think there's a girl who collects the results for fortune-telling games. Is that weird? Nah, it doesn't really matter, does it? These sorts of things differ from people to people. Kinda like Memento, no? Yes. She nods. Suddenly, her eyes widen as if she just realized something. What's wrong? I need to buy a new binder. For filing? Yes. This is a new type. What? Astrological fortunes? Leaving that aside, does that mean she has just as many binders as there are types for fortune telling? No, I have a binder for horoscopes, but... She suddenly blushes and looks down the ground. It's hard for you to say, you don't have to force yourself, you know. Okay. Takes out a clear file from her bag and puts the sheet of fortune-telling results in it neatly, such that it would not crimp, but it's back inside her bag, and puts it back in her bag. Let's go then. Ah, yes. It was a small detour, but we are back at the road for home once again. Shadows to the ground now stretch even longer than earlier. Tell me my luck tomorrow. Ah, yes, then. Pulls her deck of cards from her pocket, then clumsily holds them out to me while she's walking. Please. Guess I'll take this one. Pull out a card. 2 spades. It'll be a normal jade, just like any other up until now. I see. I've already given up hope on Fujibayashi's fortunes. This probably means I'll probably be involved in some sort of trouble tomorrow. Thanks, I'll be careful. Be careful? Ah, never mind. Pretend you didn't hear that. Yawn. Stop my yawn and keep strolling down the usual path to school. The sun is hanging somewhat high, shining down on the road. That's void of people. The hour hand of the clock is already pointed at 9. I am lazily walking toward with my bag held tight under my armpit and my hands inside my pockets. Well, it's just the same as usual, I murmur, even though there's nobody else here. Classes end at noon today. The first period probably already over, so I guess I'm starting with second period. Given how sleepy I am, I should be able to catch a few good naps in the 3 remaining periods. And after lunch, yeah, I guess I'll go spend time with Sunahara's room. A menacing aura approaches from behind me. Instinctively, I leap to my right. Swoosh! A familiar girl speeds past me right through the area, once occupied. She then brakes suddenly. The rear wheel screeches and finally comes to a stop a little farther down. Tsk. What the hell's with that? Nope, don't worry about it. That was just me talking to myself. She says it and smiles nonchalantly. So, guess you're late again, huh? Since I ran into you here, that sounds about right. What an amazing class president. Nah, you didn't need to say that. I'm not praising you. Leaving that aside, that was pretty cool of you last night. What do you mean? Hugh grins, likely hiding something behind her smile, and clears her throat. He then adapts a serious expression and begins to speak in a slightly different voice. How about if you try to look at things in a more positive light? Yeah, your pessimism comes from your personality, so you probably can't do anything about that. But I think you can probably change what you think. See, we're walking home together right now. If I really didn't want to, I wouldn't be walking next to you right now. Have a little more confidence in yourself. As she finishes, a grin breaks out on her face. She's following us this whole time. Did you follow us again? No way, I heard it from you. After she got home, she was so happy she told me about it. Liar, she's not the kind of girl who would tell you things like that. Well then, it's a rumor. Other girls from school saw it and told me. By the way, by the time we get to school, it'll probably be trending everywhere already. You two are an officially recognized couple. Gives me a thumbs up and winks. In response, I let out a sigh. Well, we did kiss after all. What are you talking about? You didn't do that. Surprised you knew. That's what everyone says. I wonder why she's so bad at lying. You haven't even gone to school yet. Where do you hear those rumors? Well. Jeez, that's right. I tailed you two. What, is that bad? What's wrong with worrying about my precious sister? It should be the one who, I should be the one who's pissed here. It's your fault for badgering me like that. What a terrible girl. It's still morning, I'm already pissed, I'm leaving. Hey Q. What? Let me ride on the back. Whiz. Bam. Suddenly the bike speeds right toward me. Its front cowl mercilessly attacks my leg. You still dreaming? Do you have any idea what you just said? It wouldn't hurt once in a while. If it bothers you so much, get a license yourself and buy a bike. I don't have that kind of money. Well, work part-time then. He says, and as always accelerates and drifts her rear wheel, turning the bike around. Well, see ya. White smoke comes out of its muffler, the bike zooms away. Q hair flutters in the wind. Damn. I stroke my aching leg, slowly totter my way to school. The hallway is dead quiet. Well, of course, first period hasn't ended yet. Tap, tap, tap. Huh? You got here pretty quickly. What are you still doing here? Nothing. Someone else parked in the spot I usually do, so I had to park somewhere further away. Even so, I thought I would get here earlier than you. You got here not that long before a guy who came here by foot, eh? Your bike's crying, you know. Shut up. Q pouts as she walks this way. What's that you have there? Letters. Taking a better look, I can see about 7 to 8 cute-looking envelopes. Who are they for? Me, says, sounding somewhat bothered by the fact. Slowly starts looking at the letters one by one. The sticker used to seal them are shaped like hearts. Are these love letters? I guess so. You're actually pretty popular, aren't you? Q sighs exhaustedly. Hands me a few of the letters. What? Even if you give them to me. Look at who sent them. Who sent them? Until I do as I'm told, look at the letters. The name are written in round, cute letters. Michiko Yukishima Saki Todu. Q? Wanna see the rest? No, I'll pass. Shoulders stoop. Q lets out an even deeper sigh than earlier. Sheesh. Why do I only get these from girls? Do all the guys in the school have eyes so bad they can't see a girl like me? Well, isn't it fine just knowing that there's someone who likes you? You know, it's really a bother to be confessed to by a girl. It's really not that easy to refuse them without hurting them. You hypocrite. Come again. You're hearing things. Ignore Q's sharp glare. So what are you doing with the letters? Are you throwing them out? You moron. I don't want to do something so mean. Of course I'm going to read them and reply. You're strangely diligent, you know. That strangely part is unnecessary. Some of them say they want to talk to me about something too. Well, gee, guess that makes you kind. Well, it does take care of others to the point where it becomes a bother. It's almost like she's an older sister that you can rely on. Guess that does make her more popular with girls and guys. Oh yeah, here. Slowly hands me one of the envelopes. Sealed with a sticker of a cat. What's this? It's a letter. I can tell. Doesn't handing someone a chain letter kind of count as harassment? Look at it before you make assumptions. As instructed, I take a good look at the letter. Glittering cat sticker used to seal the flap. Not that thick either. It also means that there isn't that much inside. Look at the front. Turn my wrist to look at the other side of the letter. On it is... There's nothing written on it, you know. Yeah? No way, give me that. Here. Takes the letter and stares at it. Ah, she forgot to write her name on it. What should we do now? Guess it can't be helped. Q puts her hand inside her bag and takes something out. Turns away from me. Scribble, 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 scribble. What are you doing? Okay, here. Hands me the letter once again. Don't really understand what's going on, but I look at the front of the letter I was handed. Where it was once blank, there's now words hastily scribbled with black marker. Fujibayashi. Ryu? Yep, that's from you. It's a love letter to you. What's wrong? Are you surprised? Are you moved? No, it's just... Your handwriting's terrible, you know. Shut up. That doesn't matter now, does it? It was just bugging me. In any case, why a letter? Oh, since she's in the same class, can she have just handed it to me directly? You're such an idiot. Don't you know why how shy girls are? That certainly doesn't apply to you. What? Talking to myself, never mind. Anyway, be sure to read it, Q says as she threatens me by sticking her finger against my chest. Got it. In any case, I nod. Stare. Yeah, I just got here too, huh? You don't ever change, do you? That aside, what are you there? What are you there all spaced out for? So the two of you really like that? Huh? What do you mean? The way, with a weird look on his face, he points his finger at the area between me and you. What he's pointing at is the letter. Hey, you got it wrong. This is, oh yeah, it's just a love letter. Hey. Huh? Hey, don't just walk away without saying a thing. Okazaki, you don't need to be such a stranger. I thought we were friends. You shouldn't have hidden something so important from me. Shinohara, you... it's okay. There are some things that are hard to say because we're friends. I don't mind at all. Our friendship isn't so weak that it would turn sour just because of something like this. No, I mean, you actually think we're friends? I always thought you were his lackey or slave or something. Or an underling or an errand boy. You two really are perfect for each other. Shinohara runs away in tears. For some strange reason, Q and I watch him run away with smiles on our faces. We didn't tell him what's going on. Jeez, what were you doing? You're picking on him too. Jeez, we're running after him. We have to set this straight. Yeah. We nod at the same time and run after Shinohara, who has run far away into the distance. God damn it. During class, the English teacher keeps yapping incomprehensible things that sound like magical spells. I cannot understand a single word that reaches my ear, though since I was never trying to listen to begin with, of course I wouldn't understand a thing. Glance in a different direction, toward Fujibayashi. She's staring at the chalkboard with a serious look. Phew, look back down at my desk, holding the letter that Q handed me this morning. I still haven't even opened it. It's supposed to be from Fujibayashi, but it feels really suspicious. In any case, I guess I'll read it. Quietly peel off the cat sticker. I then take the letter out of the envelope. Its contents are really simple and easy to understand. It's just a single sentence written in round letters. I'll be waiting in the courtyard after school. What a dodgy letter. So short I have no idea whether it was real or Fujibayashi wrote this. In any case, handwriting is different than the one on the front of the envelope. If that letter was just a little longer, I'm sure Q would have messed up somewhere if she wrote this. I sigh and once again look at Fujibayashi. She likes me, huh? All feels somewhat surreal. It's true, you can really tell from the way Fujibashi's been acting that her reactions hasn't been normal. But still, it would be really egotistical of me to simply write that off as her having a crush on me. Nevertheless, I am certain Q has her hand in this as well. I look up at the sky and sigh. I guess I'll have to be at least somewhat prepared for it. Ding dong. Bell rings, ending homeroom. Club members go home. Club or otherwise all head outside the classroom and I'll also take my bag and stand up from my seat. Droves. There we go. Then I look at Fujiyashi's seat. She's not there anymore. If I wasn't mistaken, she was the first one to dash out of the classroom after the bell had chimed. Likely headed to the courtyard. I look at the letter I'd put in my shirt pockets. Whoa, what's with you popping up behind me all of a sudden? That letter. That's the one you got this morning from Q Fujibayashi, right? So? What's written on it? That has nothing to do with you. So the two of you really have been all lovey-dovey behind my back. That's not happening, so you don't need to worry. No, I don't believe you. The number one reason the friendship breaking apart between heroes is girls. Look at the Old Testament. It was Eve who caused Adam to fall. A woman. Clenches his impassioned fist and says with such vigor that it feels like there's a menacing aura whirling around us. Girls who are still in the classroom give Shinohara a good stare. Okazaki, I'm going to protect you and won't build a friendship that will last forever. You're being annoying, so go home. That's so cold. You're so cold-blooded. Besides, what's so good about Q Fujibayashi? She's a brutal, violent, and wily beast. I bet she's just playing around with you. You'll be sorry for this. I won't say anything, so let's go home together. I got us a new porno made. The girls in it won't betray us. Did he have a bad experience with a girl in the past? Bang. Oh, just as I thought. You're still here. You've become a fiend. I'm not handing Uzagi over to you. I figured that you'd still be in the classroom and decided if you should go. Okazaki and my friendship is firm. There's nothing between us for you to use as leverage. The die is cast, so prepare yourself. If you want to know how firm, it's as firm as a loaf of lunch bread after spending a month inside a desk drawer. I guess it's ultimately up to you. I'll let you know it's no joke. It can't withstand water pressure. It can withstand a water pressure of millions of meters deep. Don't let me down now, okay? Friendship is magic. Ah, geez, shut it. Ah. No idea how she got it from, where she got it from, but there's now a Japanese English dictionary lodged in the area between Tsunohara's eyebrows. He then falls on flat on his back and stops moving. Hey, you hit him with the corner just now, didn't you? It's okay. Looks like he's still breathing. Well, he's also twitching. Anyway, be sure to accept Ryu's feelings. Accept it. What about how I feel? Who cares? Don't give me that bullshit. A cute girl like her is gonna be your girlfriend, you know? What is there not to like? Well, nothing really. Quit nitpicking and go out with her. Doesn't work, then just break up with her later. Break up? That's easy for you to say. Well, the moment you do, you're parting with your life as well. God damn it. There's a lot that you wouldn't know if you don't go out, and there's a lot that you only experience if you do. Don't you think it'd be better to grow your relationship as lovers instead of friends? I think that's a much more meaningful way to spend your time. She's twisting the logic so well that I have no way to refute. Fine, I'll go. Good. Take my bag and walk toward the door. Tomoya. Well, what is it? No, nothing. Good luck. You should have told your sister that instead. I say as I wave my hand and walk out of the classroom. The sunlight shines through the gaps in the leaves on the stone fence. The place is filled with the scent of lush greenery, almost surprisingly secluded from the main campus. Often used as a place when I ditched class, but I'd never thought of such a big event would occur here. I step on the grass and hear it being crushed underfoot. Slowly walk forward one step at a time. My destination is... In the distance I see Fujibayashi. She appears to be waiting for someone as she sits on the stone fence, holding her bag with both her hands, her eyes fixed to the ground. She was like this yesterday at the school gate as well. Girlfriend, huh? Take a deep breath and relax my shoulders in preparation for what's to come. Yo, sorry to keep you waiting. Okazaki, no, well, I haven't been waiting at all. I read your letter. Right after I say that, she blushes. Her eyes, though still looking forward to the ground, start to shift about restlessly. Sorry for asking you to come like that. I thought it was rude, but, I was too embarrassed. Tried, but that was the best I could do. I'm sorry. She suddenly apologizes. There's something you want to tell me, right? Oh, yes. Looks at me, her shoulders shuddering. However, it was only for an instant. She immediately looks back down at the ground. Regardless, I wait for Fujibayashi to start. Well, I tightens her grip on the bag she's holding, and then as if finally making up her mind, she takes a deep breath. When she looks at me, I can now see her eyes gleaming with strong determination. Her face is red, but her spirit is simply unbelievable for her usual timid Fujibayashi. I like you, Okazaki-kun. Okay. Like you. Yeah, thanks. Silence is deafening. Is she going to follow through and ask me to go with her? It would be strange if I asked her instead. But, sorry, I must be bothered to hear that all of a sudden. I know that is a bother, but it really pains me to say that. Feels like it's gripping my chest tight, says with a frantic-looking expression and glances toward me. I finally decided yesterday to try my best. So, she takes a deep breath in preparation of the words about to follow. Okazaki-kun, please, go out with me. she says and bows her head. You know, Fujibayashi. Yes. Head bounces back up to answer me. Face still deep red. Thanks. Yes. But to tell you the truth, I don't really know you that well. Yes. It wasn't until this year that we ended up in the same class, so we never had the opportunity to. Yes. Response to my onslaught of words, Fujibayashi's head droops. Feels as though I've been saying something mean to her. I don't really know how it'll turn out if we go out under these circumstances. I get to make the choice. I get to make the choice. Let's give it a try, I guess. But if it's okay with you, let's give it a try. Eh? Looks at me in astonishment. We still don't know each other that well, but I think we don't need, fuck. I think we don't spend more, I think if we don't spend more time together, we won't get to know each other. Why was that so hard? Instead of getting to know each other as friends, I think maybe it's not a bad idea if we get to know each other as boyfriend and girlfriend. Blinks her eyes, look at me slightly dumbfounded. What I said. What she heard. It seems like she's organized all these ideas in her head right now. As if the results have finally been computed, she tightens her grip on her bag. And then, I am her. As of this moment, you're my girlfriend. That sound okay? Fujibayashi. Before Fujibayashi could look at me, teardrops emerged from her eyes, dripped down her face. Fujibayashi? I'm sorry. I wonder why. Did I say something weird? No, that's not the point. That's not why. I didn't mean to cry. I said that I wouldn't cry if it didn't work out. Sorry, my tears won't stop. Even though I'm supposed to be happy, it's strange to cry. Fujibayashi. Why do I keep calling her? You must really have feelings for me. Until now, I had never really thought of that someone would need so much. I'm sorry. But are you really okay with me? I don't intend to go back on my word. This is like a dream. I'm glad, I'm so happy. Teardrops continued to rush down her face. Gently reach out my hand and grab the soggy cheek. It's pretty soft. Eh? Then I gently pinch it. It kinda hurts. And that means it's not a dream. Fujibayashi's eyes widen in shock. I let go of her cheek and instead put my hand on her forehead. You're my girlfriend already, so stop crying. Yes. Wipes her face out with her uniform sleeve. Then she turns toward me with her bright smile. Tomoya. With a thumb, Fujibayashi pushes me in the chest. Its impact, while there isn't much of one, causes me to take a few steps back. Very moment something breezes by my ear, so quickly that I can feel my ears ringing. What I hear next with a swoosh, followed by the sound of something crashing in the ground. Look at my feet apprehensively, then I find a Kojin dictionary caved deeply into the ground. What is that? What did I do this time? Did I tell her? Did I do what she wanted? The Japanese dictionary considered the most of the word Sev dictionary. Uh-oh. That idiot. If she'd actually hit me, I would have died. Tomoya, what are you doing making Ryu cry? You were spying on us again, weren't you? You made that sound like I did something wrong. I was just keeping an eye on you two because I was worried. That's weird. That's what you call spying. Besides, what's with the big deal with this thick book? It'd be a serious problem if it actually hit my head. I was aiming for your neck. That's even worse. Oni-chan, Okazaki-kun, I don't think you two should fight. Ryu. Yes. What did this moron tell you? He even pinched your cheek. Are you okay? That was, Tomoya. She's a girl. What the hell do you think you're doing? Sheesh. It's none of your business, so shut up, will ya? None of my business? How dare you say it? It's none of my business. Ryu's my little sister. Is my sister. It definitely is. Well, I'm her boyfriend. Can't you be more polite? And you're saying I should be more polite, so boyfriend. Her eyes blink repeatedly. Her expression looks like a pigeon that was hit with a pea shooter. Who is? Point at myself silently. Who is? Point at Fujibayashi with the same finger. Which means, looks back and forth between me and Fujibayashi. Okazaki-kun. May not be suitable, but I hope we get along. That's how it is. See, that's how it is. I see, two of you going out. She scratches her head and smiles exaggeratedly. She leads turns toward Fujibayashi and grabs her hand. Ryu, isn't that great? Yep, it's all thanks to you, Oni-chan. Says happily while smiling with just a few teardrops left. I guess that new binder you bought didn't go to waste. That's... New binder? You mean the one for horoscopes? Not really a horoscope binder. Oni-chan. If I had to say, I guess it's a binder for lovers. I see. I sure hope you guys will fill up that lovey-dovey binder. Embarrassed. Ryu wails. I'll just call her Ryu. I don't want to say that to someone. It still feels somewhat surreal that I have a girlfriend now. You're telling me